Our board game is called the Timeline Trail, and we made our board game cover third grade standards for history regarding the Indians and the European settlers.
Which is the Indiana Department of Education Social Studies Standard 3.1.1, and the ISTE Standard 2B, which deals with digital citizenship.
So the way that the game starts is the teacher will divide the class into 5 to 6 groups, or 5 to 6 students per group, and they'll pick out their pieces, and they start up at the starting point, and we had the students specifically, their pieces be the Indians because they're the Indians going through the trail. And so the way that the game works is once they pass a QR code, once one person passes it, the whole group comes together and they scan the QR code and watch the videos or read the articles together. So like this first one is about Christopher Columbus and kind of like when the whole thing started. So what they would do is they would scan the QR code, and then it takes them to a slide that talks about Christopher Columbus. And to make it more modern, we made anything that the Indians or the Europeans said into a tweet, just so that it was more like present day, and they would be able to relay it back to digital citizenship. And then so that they can advance to the next spaces, we said that they would have a dice app on their iPads. We're just using my phone because we couldn't download it onto the iPad. So they would roll the dice, and then that's how they would advance to the next one. So they would move 5.
And since they land on the pick a card space, they would draw a card, and then it just has various activities for them to do, which could be either jump to the next QR code or move to the bonus space. This one would be skip your next turn, so then they lose their next turn.
And as they progress, like I said, since my person passed this QR code, if we were actually playing this game, all the students would come together and we would scan the QR code, and the whole group would work on it as a whole. And also, as they go through the game, when they pick these cards, they should keep it with them, because another part of it to kind of make it more game-like was we have some that say you get corn or you get this, and it's stuff that's supposed to like help them survive throughout the trail. And then do you want to talk about the test?
And then the final activity in the game is an activity that deals with Google Forms, where students fill out the final form about questions that they learned from either the tweets or the various videos and articles that they had to read, and then they will be assessed on that. And there are various multiple choice questions and free response questions that they're required to answer.
Yeah, and the questions, there's some that are specific to just the history criteria, and then there's other ones where they have to make connections to the history criteria and to cyberbullying, and I think that's it.